Hi guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 19 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with our Pro Career mode. Round 7 is Catalunya. And let's see how we can get on there. We had a good race at Mugello, nice consistency, and managed to take the win. So we're off to Catalunya for round 7. Going well so far. Let's see what kind of lap time we can do. Oh, steady Marquez. Nearly got him away. Yeah, the Pramac Ducati feeling good around here. I think we're going to have good pace for the race. Okay, incidentally, I've just done this track on F1 2019 as well. So double Catalunya. Once in a car and once on a bike. Okay, so what's the second split gonna be? Yeah, it's fine at the moment. Oh, massive moment there. Just kiss the inside curb. Set the rear loose. Right, down to the tight hairpin. Oh, careful. Okay, so obviously we're not using the F1 layout, which is good. Okay, into the final corner, and then that is going to be our qualifying lap, and that might be enough. Pole position at the moment. Will it last though? Hopefully it will. So second place, just behind Rossi and just ahead of Alex Rins. Right, let's go race.
Tension is sky high, but these guys are seasoned pros, able to withstand any kind of pressure.
48-degree track temperature, medium front and a hard rear. Yeah, that should be alright. That should be fine. Oh, everyone else has gone for a hard front. Oh, okay.
And the Catalan Grand Prix will officially begin. Riders are getting focused because they know that they will have to give 100% from the very beginning.
Okay then. So, is my front tyre going to go off? Everyone else on the front two rows had a hard front on. Oh, Rossi had a pretty bad start. He's been swamped. Oh, oh, got it stopped. And we're back up to second, so much later on the brakes than the AI into turn 1. It's put me into second place, just behind Alex Rins. So, I think what I might do for a little bit is just see if we can go with Rins. When we're already pulling away from third place, which is Nakagami at the moment. But I might just follow Rins for a bit. As long as I can stay with him. He might do that thing where he pulls away and then we reel him in towards the end of the race. Rossi's down to 11th. He had a really bad start. I mean, I didn't have a great start either, but yeah, Rossi had a really bad start. Vinales is way down as well. Oh, Rins is just edging out a little lead there at the moment. I mean, we've both pulled away from third place, which is good. 1.2 back to Nakagami now. So I think at the moment it's going to be between myself and Alex Rins. Suzuki leading. Pramac Ducati in second. See what the gap is over the line. He's got a little advantage at the moment. But he hasn't pulled away massively, which is good. We should be a little bit quicker down the straight as well. Half a second at the moment. We are closing in. The Ducati power is coming in handy as we're later on the brakes into turn 1 as well. So we are back on Rins at the moment. So it's just the front tyre I've got to worry about at the moment. But it might not even come into it. We'll have to wait and see. See how quickly the front wears out. Oh, the rear is starting to let go, but it needs to heat up a little bit more. I need to not be so aggressive with it. I mean, my plan's working quite well at the moment. We are staying pretty close to Rins. That's all I need to do. That's all I want to do. Yeah, we're better on the brakes into turn 10. And we get it stopped as well, so that's good. Crutchlow's in third, now 1.5 seconds behind. And he is looking like he's just starting to break away from the pack. So Cal Crutchlow is on the move at the moment. We'll have to wait for a few laps to see if he starts closing us in. But he's certainly making a break from the pursuing pack. I mean, we're in a really good position here. 139.3. Past Rins we go. Have we got it? Oh, a little bit hot into turn 1. Oh, he just wiped my nose there. Back in front, Rins goes. It's fine, it's fine. That's cost us a bit of time to Crutchlow though. He's gained a couple of tenths on us. Come on, come on. Oh, wrong side of Rins there. Try and cut back, get the exit if I can. Not quite, okay. Seems weird doing an F1 race around here and then doing a MotoGP race around here. I don't think Crutchlow's really closing in much at the moment. Oh, we were close to the back of Rins there. Yes, 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds to Crutchlow, and it was 1.3. So the gap's gone back up to Crutchlow. Right through the final corner. Oh. Wasn't the best of runs through the final corner, so we didn't get a good run out. We won't get to go into turn 1 in the lead, but we are better on the brakes. Had to go a little bit wide, otherwise we would have hit the back of Rins. We don't want to be doing that. So we're on lap 4. Still in second. Crutchlow really looks like he's closed in now though. What's the gap back to Crutchlow? I didn't actually take notice over the line. We've got a split coming up in a minute. And that gap definitely looks like it's come down back to Crutchlow. Probably still over a second, but 1.2. So yeah, he's taken 3 tenths out of us. Crutchlow's going a little bit quicker. This could soon be a 3-way fight for the lead. My only other option is to try and get in front of Rins and try and pull away, and then leave Rins to drop back to Crutchlow. He's not gaining as quickly as I thought he would now. Yeah, there's still a bit of a gap there for Crutchlow. Okay. Well, we're on lap 5. We're still in second. We're right behind Rins. 1.3 back to Crutchlow, so Yeah, we added an extra 1/10 of a second to his gap on the last lap. Just following Rins for the time being. I mean, there is a few places where I could get him. There's a couple of places where we're much better on the brakes. Down into turn 10, we're better on the brakes, but I'm not too sure about overtaking down there because that can go wrong really, really easily. I mean, we saw what happened in the race last season in 2019 with Jorge Lorenzo losing the front into that. Taking out 3 other people with him. Yeah, I don't want to end up taking Rins out or taking myself out. Got a much better run through the final corner. We might be able to get him down into turn 1 because we are going to use a bit of slipstream. We're going to close that gap in and we're going to go past. So back into the lead, down into turn 1. Yeah, I think he went a little bip wide. He didn't want to turn in for some reason. There was plenty of room. Now we're in the lead. Let's see what happens now because Crutchlow really is closing in now. That gap is definitely less than a second back to Crutchlow. So Crutchlow on the move. Which is probably a good reason why I've gone into the lead. Because otherwise we might have got Crutchlow, you know, start fighting with us, and I didn't want him to slow me down and then Rins just extend his lead, so I needed to get into the lead. But I'm not dropping him at the moment. Not dropping him at the moment. Right, into turn 10. 1 second is the gap to Rins now. Oh, in fact, Crutchlow's up to second. No, he's not. No, he's not. Crutchlow was momentarily up to second, so yeah, Crutchlow is... Oh, Zarco's down. Crutchlow is trying to get into second, and then he might obviously try and close me down. But at the moment, it's not working for him. Half a second is the gap over the line. Down into turn 1. Miller's up to 4th, which is good for me because he's one of my teammates, which means that's pretty good points for the team championship if it finishes as it is. There's no real chance of Miller getting on the podium unless something bad happens between Rins and Crutchlow, but it seems like Rins has regrouped a bit, although I think he's just gone wide. I was going to say he was getting real close to me, so he's having a second wind. .7 of a second is our lead at the moment. Crutchlow back up the second. He's made his move. Has he made it stick though? I mean, at the moment it looks like it. Oh, I think he's just gone wide though. Yeah, he has. Rins is back into second place. So those two are fighting. That's letting me just eke away a little bit. Okay, so that is going to be the end of lap 7. And on to lap 8. Those two are still fighting in second and third. Rins is 1.1 behind, so yeah, we've extended our gap even more. Yeah, Crutchlow can't seem to catch a break. He got in second place a few times, but he just can't make it stick. Oh, gap's come down to 0.6. Gap has come back down. It's not over with yet, and I tell you what, the pursuing pack is starting to close in. I did say it doesn't look like Miller's going to get on the podium, but I tell you what, he's closing in. Maybe Jack Miller could get on the podium. Oh! Okay, Rins is through. Rins is back through into the lead. Well, there we go. Everyone is kind of concertina-ing back up again. And Rins is leading on lap 8. Can I get him into turn 1? We'll have a go. No. Not late enough on the brakes. Go on, Miller, get in front of Crutchlow. That would be awesome if you manage that. Bit of a moment there from the rear. Can I do anything about Rins? Because it looks like he's got a bit of late race pace. Crutchlow's dropped back a bit, so I think, just like it was at the beginning of the race, it's just going to be between myself and Rins. I would love for Miller to get in front of Crutchlow just for those extra team points. Oh, that was a moment there. Close to a crash. Pramac Ducatis are going well at the moment then. Second and fourth. Okay, a bit wide there. Rins is pulling away. Rins is pulling away. That's not part of the plan. That's a little bit worrying. Marquez in 5th. We are pulling away from the guys behind though, but Rins is building a bit of a lead, which I didn't want to see happen. I think the medium front was the right choice because, you know, it still feels fine. It still feels absolutely fine. Rear tyre is obviously good. We couldn't have gone for a harder option because we've already picked the hardest. Closing back in. But yeah, front tyre absolutely fine. No issues with it. Yeah, we really are pulling away from Crutchlow now. 2 seconds is the gap. Go on, Miller, get past him. Well, at least we've closed the gap down to Rins. Oh, nearly into the back of him again. I mean, I didn't actually get into the lead, but okay. The game seems to think I did. Right. Get a good run out of here. And again, we will try and attack down into turn 1. Use that delicious slipstream. Fastest lap of the race, 1:39.029, and we are past on the brakes. And no, Rins, that you're not meant to do that. So we're back down to second place. Alright. Rins is not making this easy. But that's fine. Means I've got to work for it. Come on. Yeah, it's definitely on the brakes where we are stronger. Crutchlow still in third. Crutchlow, Miller and Marquez are really close together, so it wouldn't surprise me if with a few overtakes on the last lap or something. Rins, I need to get past you, but I don't know how. I can't make it stick. I mean, turn 1 is my best bet. But as he just proved, he can quite easily just let the brakes off a little bit and go around the outside. Oh, this might be the one. We're going to get past him a little bit earlier. Did we get him before the line? Oh, I think just about got him to the line there. If that was the final lap, that would have been a photo finish. And, I mean, the gap said it was 0. Oh, he's back in front. 1 and 2 hot into turn 1. Yeah, even though the gap was 0 across the line, I expect the game would have said that Rins won. Because we've had that before at Phillip Island. So Rins is fighting, which is good. I like a battle. Oh, no, that's not where I want to do it. That's sent me wide now because I almost went into the back of Rins again. Let's let him off the hook for a little bit. The Spargaro brothers are fighting in 20th and 21st. It's a shame for Alish. He's had a strong start to the season, but he's looking like he's not going to score any points in this race. He in fact won at Kota. But yeah, now it's all gone downhill for him. I still think this is one of the weirdest seasons I've played through so far. Most of the main competitors are struggling. I mean, Marquez is... Where is he across the line? He's still in 5th. But he's way down in the championship. Oh, I think Rins just ran on. I think that might be our little get out of jail free card. Yeah, the gap's almost a second already because Rins made that mistake down into turn 1. That has given me the confidence I need. Is whether he can close that gap back down though. We're on lap 13 of 15. The rear tyres start to move around a bit more. Front tyre still fine. Still feels fine. Yeah, Rins is really dropping back now, so 1.1. I really hope that the AI in MotoGP 20 don't do this. As soon as you get in front of them, they drop their pace. Fingers crossed they don't. Okay, 1.4. Tell you what, if Rins ain't careful, he could... I don't know, he's still got a bit of a gap over Crutchlow at the moment. I don't think Miller is going to get Crutchlow. If anything, Marquez might get Miller. But we've got 2 laps to go. And we are leading at Catalunya. So is Miller still in 4th? Yes, he is. I mean, yeah, Dovy's way down. The Yamahas are as well. Okay. Right, well, we're looking good for the win then. I think we're safe from Rins now. So I don't know if you guys looked at any of the Q&A questions that they were doing on the MotoGP Facebook page the other day. But a couple of things that, stuck out to me is that obviously they don't know what kind of results the rider's going to be getting, but they did say that they're going to update the game and try and reflect that, which is good. I wish they'd done that more with previous titles. So if they do, in fact, do that, then that's going to be, a bonus. Another thing as well, someone asked about managerial career, whether it's just us or if we're going to, do what we did in MotoGP 17, where we race ourselves, but we also have, a team in each category, and we also have different riders, and obviously hire riders for those categories. And apparently that's going to be coming as a free update at some point. I think Moto E is going to be a free update as well. So yeah, we will eventually be able to, in managerial career, have a team in every category and hire riders just like we did in MotoGP 17. So yeah, I don't know how long that will be after the game's out, but we'll have to wait and see. This is a couple of things that I picked up on, and a couple of things that I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, it's only a few weeks away from MotoGP 20. Yeah, we are going to win this race here at Catalunya. We won an F1 around here. Spoilers if you haven't watched that race yet. And we are going to win here in MotoGP aboard the Pramac Ducati. We had to fight for it though. Rins has not given up still. He is closing back in, but it's going to be a bit too little too late for him. There's one corner to go. And just to run to the line. Another win. Another 25 points added to our total. That's a good race, I enjoyed that. Marquez did get Miller. That's a shame. Right, what's that done to the championship at the moment then? So Crutchlow still in second, Rins is up to 4th, Rossi down to 5th, Marquez up to 6th, Vinales down to 7th. It's a weird old championship. Yeah, we're doing good in all the championships so far.
This victory is the cherry on top of an exhausting weekend. If his team keeps working like this, it will be really difficult for his opponents to overtake him.
Certainly will be, but we had a really good battle there with Rins. Enjoyed that. I love a good battle. Off to the podium.
These days the podium is extremely valuable. MotoGP has never had so many competitive riders at the same time. Today they were at their best and they deserve to celebrate. The level of the championship is only getting better. Consistent results seem to be the secret to a good season.
Yeah, and not getting taken out as well. Obviously a big help. I'm glad we managed to win at Mugello and Catalunya, two of my favourite tracks. Right then, let's look at the leaderboards. Assen is round 8. It's Red Bull Rookies Cup, that's still the same. Right, Moto 3 is Antonelli leading that from Dalla Porta in 2nd, Messia 3rd, Canet in 4th, and John McPhee in 5th place. Antonelli got quite a nice lead at the moment, over a whole race win's worth. Moto2 is Baldassarri leading that now from Schrotter in second, Marquez third, Luti in fourth, and Bastianini in fifth place. The MotoGP, I'm leading that from Crutchlow in second, Dovi third, Rins is up to fourth, Rossi's down to fifth place. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I hope you guys are all keeping safe. See you!